Have you ever had somebody send you black magic, curses, death spells, slander your name, make up lies about you, basically do anything they can to go out of their way to disrupt your path? Well, if this sounds like you, then I'm going to share with you a mindset that, if it resonates with you, is almost guaranteed to change your life. In 2015, 1 year after I tried to, only to have Archangel Michael appear and show me that was no longer an option, I went to a shaman woman seeking help and guidance for healing. And when she tapped into my Akashic records, she could indeed see that Archangel Michael appeared and stopped me from doing what I was about to do. And that I had this really, powerful high connection with God. And that I had a very prominent future. This aggravated her because she felt like I'd be taking the spotlight off of her. And not only that, the very first time I met her, my intuition was telling me that this woman was extremely fake and had the majority of the spiritual community believing her lies. However, at that time, I wasn't fully trusting my intuition, and I just thought, who's perfect? But I didn't know just how fake she was and how possessed by the Jezebel spirit she was. And it got to the point where she started making up lies about me, slandering my name to all of our mutual friends in the spiritual community. And she, even though she should have known better, she started sending me death spells and black magic to the point where she had one of her three kids jump off a building. Now, you think that would wake someone up, especially with someone that's been involved in that aspect of life, when you send someone a death spell and your son jumps off a building, that's called return to sender, and you should really start double thinking your actions. However, that only amped up her fuel, making her fly to the Philippines to off goats and work with dark practitioners, two of them which lost their lives in the way that they were intending for me. And, this still didn't stop her. She was so engulfed in her ego and, possessed by the Jezebel spirit that she continued down the same path. And, in 2022, I quit my job after 22 years in the steel industry, 2 years after my divorce, when I realized that my job was no longer capable of supporting me with these new child support payments. And when this woman found out that I was publishing my biography with the same publisher that she had used to, you know, write her books, one which includes Grief of Losing Your Son, but she didn't tell anybody that she was the cause. Here's a woman that will just take sympathy and energy any way she can get it. And I realized that she was able to continue sending me all this black magic and death spells because she really didn't care if she lost another son. It just meant more energy coming her way, right? But here's a woman that when she found out that I was publishing my book, she was afraid I was going to expose her for the evil witch that she truly is. So she connected with her contacts and made up all these lies about me to the point where they basically withheld all of my royalties, and I had to unpublish my book with them. There was nothing that this woman wouldn't do to go out of her way to preserve her image, which is the most important thing to a narcissist that doesn't love herself, because when you don't have love for yourself, you have to receive it from other people. So if you ruin a narcissist that's possessed by the Jezebel spirit's image, where you're cutting off their supply, right? So I know all about this. I know about the fear. I know about the anger that's involved. And I've been making videos talking about black magic, and people are messaging me with all these stories about X this, X that, did so and so, sent me this, sent me that. They're affecting my chakras. They did this. And trust me, I understand the frustration that comes with it. But here's what you need to understand. You need to view all these people as teachers, and the things you went through as lessons. When you fully understand that your soul that is making your body move, is a spark of God, and you create your own reality, you have to start self-examining your belief system and the thoughts that go through your head. If you're God and you create your reality, are you giving in to the energy of what is happening, what they are doing? If you don't want someone affecting your chakras, then don't believe that they have power over you. The more anger you get, the more fear you have, the more you're aligning to these energies and actually empowering them. It's really as simple as stating, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Call back your energy. See and start focusing on things you want. If you're concerned someone's doing black magic, they got the little voodoo doll and they're poking it, or they have your picture up on a mantle, which is, the number one sign of unresolved childhood trauma. Just understand that you are God and focus on what you want. Instead of focusing on someone harming your chakras or throwing you off your life path, focus on you being healthy. Focus on everything working out for you. Stop giving in to this negative energy, because the more you lower your vibration, the more you align to it. Raise your vibration, become love. And forgiveness is very important, because the more anger and fear you have connected to someone, the more of an energetic cord you have. So you want to forgive and you want to send love, and that will cut the cords, that will diminish the energy link you have to these people, and it'll also help them receive their karma faster. Because when you hold on to anger and resentment towards these people, you're intertwined with them, and karma wants to come in, but it can't affect them as much because it would spill off on you. Send them love, forgive. Forgive doesn't mean bringing them back into your life. Forgive is more for you. It means you're going to release the anger, the resentment, the fear that you have towards a certain individual, and you're going to go out and you're going to go off doing your own thing. So just know that you are God. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Raise your vibration, become more loving. This will cut the cords, this will diminish their power. Focus on your thoughts being more positive. Understand you are God. This is how you deal with these types of individuals. Know that they were put into your life. A lot of times, I had a woman reach out and she's like, I didn't sign up for this. Understand that I know what you're talking about, okay? I put my angelic sword through my highest guide's eyes. I've been through all that darkness, the fear, the anger. I understand it. It doesn't mean that the path to, feeling better is a straight line. Sometimes we dip. Be easier on yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Maybe you are fearful and angry. Can you love that aspect of you? Instead of beating yourself up for feeling that way, maybe understand that you went through some SHIT and there's a part of you that almost deserves to feel that way. But the more you send that aspect of yourself love and forgive yourself for feeling that way and stop beating yourself up, the less impact it'll have on your life. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Start focusing on what you want. Understand you are God. You create your reality. Do not give these individuals power. See them as teachers. The one thing I like to focus on is that all these cockroaches that were in my life, that were doing all these things, were there to empower me. On October 20th, 2020, I had a visitation from the soul of Jesus when I was having a shower. And when his energy left and the first step I took out of the shower, the first thing that I realized was that all these people that I perceived as harming me in my past were there as teachers to help me grow. So if you've been through all this SHIT, focus on them being teachers and them helping you to this path of enlightenment and empowerment.